Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Doug Wrestling coming at you with another installment of our Heisman Challenge Series. This is going to be the finale, and it's only right we go with the Heisman Trophy winner himself, Fernando Mendoza. He's starting it off atop the leaderboards for that Heisman Trophy. Kind of a weak non-conference slate. I think, unfortunately, given the way the playoff is structured and all these new conferences being as large as they are, that's going to be something we see going forward. I know myself and a lot of other college football fans like me would prefer to see big-time matchups with big-time programs, but those days might be coming to an end. Starting the season off here, scrambling around against Old Dominion. We're going to pick up a first down. This could be the longest rush for Mendoza throughout the season. We get a lot of pass yards with him, and we check it down to the RPO tight end. And not even our best passing yards day, but we will surely pick up the momentum as we continue on. Little wide receiver screen to get us our first tutty of the day and a juke move. Backstepping our way into the end zone. Already up by 2 scores. Looking for our tight. No, that's our slot. Going to get us inside the 40. And we'll throw our first interception. Nonetheless, if you caught our Julian Sand episode, you know we threw a little too many interceptions, and that's the big bugaboo that kept us from winning the Heisman. A deep pass to our wideout. It's going to be torching dudes all season long. A great pass and catch option, and we're going to get the speedster, the fastest wide receiver on the team, and they're already throwing the press coverage back out there again. This is so confusing. Sherrod, the deep ball. Somehow it was tipped off of 2 men back to him, and Nando's going to power his way into the sweet nectar of the end zone. So we flex our muscles on the Kennesaw State Owls. Not too many 400-yard passing games for me this year, and we're going to get a lucky break here. Coming back to the ball, the speed burst just too much for our FCS opponent, and we get the style points into the end zone. This might be one of the longest plays I've had this year on a bubble screen, and that's kind of been the MO in this game, using our speed, getting out to the edge, getting laid out to end the play, but another nice scramble for Mando. Play action. We got square. Let's see how far Sherrod's going to go. To the 40 and push out of bounds inside the 30. And I guess they caused a fumble there on the kickoff. We would get a Nando passing touchdown. Already up big, going for more. And we will get it. A 50 burger. We're going for 60 pokes. I haven't scored as many points all year in any game as I have when I've done these challenges. 72-9. We get a 5-tutty game with our halfback. Not only is he good on the ground, we got him some touchdowns through the air. Back at home, finishing up. Actually, this is the start of Big Ten play, and we're going to go off to the races. Nando. Gain of nearly 30. I think we got sacked early in the drive, so that was definitely above 30 yards. Pressure too much. We roll around, and we're going to get a rushing score for our Heisman candidate. Back to pass. Checking it down to Hemby, and he's fighting his way in. Game tied at 14. Game first down, spin move, Cooper getting us forward. A deep pass, can we get it to Cooper? It's broken up at the last second. We're going to go for a field goal. The game's tied. Scrambling. Going to pick up the first down. Can we get a block? We do, and we'll safely get out of bounds. Unable to get any points because we missed the field goal before halftime. We're going to be unsuccessful on that 3rd and long. Illini. Huge momentum. We're going to get tackled shy of the line again, and Nando would go out. As soon as he comes back in, we laser a pass to the tight end, and the 2-point conversion would be good. Our time is now. Can we get it to our tight end? We do. Opportunity, 4th and 8. We fail to convert. The game might be out of reach. And the Illini chewing off the remaining 3 minutes of the clock. We're going to drop from the top of the leaderboard down to the bottom. So we're still one of the 5 top candidates. We'll head to Kinnick Stadium and throw an interception. Our first pass of the game goes right into the defensive hands. And our line's having poor performance early in this one. Scrambling. We've got square wide open. Joel Sherratt inside the 5. We'd let him finish the drive off with a score. And we'll find Sherratt again. Inside the 15, we'd sneak our way into the end zone. Small little group of Hoosier fans there. Out route here to the slot receiver, perfectly thrown. 4th and 2, under 2 to play. We'll be dislodged from the football. Iowa can't turn it into any points, and our next trip into the red zone will be an RPO speed out. And we'll get Nando a power run up the gut to extend our lead. The graphics in this game, they get better every year. We'll take the wheel route to Hemby for another passing score to pad our stats. Winning this conference game by 31 points, and it would get Nando Conference Player of the Week, and we're back up near the top where we should be. And like I've said in earlier episodes of these Heisman Challenges, we are trying to wear the same uniform combos that these games were played in real life in. And Oregon can't stop Joel Sherratt from finding the end zone. The crowd was ready for a yellow out, it looks like. A gold out, maybe, if you will. But a fumble. 2 men there in Nando's face. Luckily, our lineman picks up the ball. Game tied at 7, and the pressure's too much again. Our Rose Bowl MVP can't stop anybody from running through the line. But Nando showing off the cannon, 57 yards to Cooper. Indy finishing off the drive there. And another scramble from Nando. Can we get to midfield? We'll be pushed out of bounds just shy. And the bubble screen to the slot receiver diving into the end zone for the score. Looking to keep our possession lead. A speed out to the slot. And a pass overthrown on 3rd and long. Ducks tying the game up. Many men open on that play. We threw a perfect pass. They said it wasn't where it needed to be, but that one is. And we'll put the game away there. Player of the game, Fernando. We'll have a rivalry contest. I have never played in this game. I've never played with an IU team in any game. Who would have thought before Signetti came to Indiana that you would want to play as Indiana? Nando taking too much punishment. He's already got some wear and tear. We're going to get that little drag. No, it's not a drag. It's flat route to the tight end. And he's a little worse for wear after that Oregon game. He took a lot of punishment. There were a lot of big hits flying around. We got square. Everybody's open, it seems, on this play. Sherratt back into the end zone. And Hemby getting some blocks, springing loose. This is why he's the best running back in this simulation in the Big Ten. We'll hit our tight end. I think that's our 2nd string tight end. And we'll bring home the Golden Spadoon. Big game for Nando through the air. And we're going to take on the UCLA Bruins. Press coverage. Joel's going to get into the end zone. Looking for a man. All sorts of wide open characters. But 3 men lay the boom on Fernando. The wheel route. Hemby into the end zone. I haven't hit that route very often this year, but when I do, it works out pretty well. Just like this screenplay, you got to have somebody fast if you're going to run the wide receiver screen. Needing some blocks to spring them loose. Just a great play all around. Short time before the end of the half. Stiff arming a man into the end zone goes Fernando. It's all IU early. Already press coverage. Sherratt toasting the defender. And the underthrown ball only keeping us out of the end zone. Out route there out of the backfield, and Hemby has another receiving score. Already up big time in this contest. Scrambling, looking. Just a well-thrown ball right in front of the defender. We're going to get Sherratt a laser. A little more air would have resulted in 6. We're looking. We find a man in the back of the end zone. Another touchdown. Cooper hosting his defender on the other side of the field, and we'll get 50 points in this contest. Back to pass once again, looking for more. Can we get that 60 burger? It's looking like it. The 10-5 Cooper with another big-time touchdown. Can we get even more points on this one? I think we audibled this, or this was a PA dagger. The 2-point to give us 70, our second 70-point game of the season, and we succeed. Nearly 500 passing yards, a 9-touchdown game. He breaks the school record for touchdowns passed in a game, as well as the Big Ten record for passing touchdowns in a game. So pretty miraculous stuff. And he's broken many records broken in this one. Another record. And Cooper, although he wasn't player of the game, he would get the Big Ten and National Player of the Week honors. For whatever reason, Byron Brown is still at the top of the leaderboard. This Maryland game caused me some trouble. I was playing this game, just awesome ability coming back to the ball and shucking the defender by. I had to play this game 3 times because my Wi-Fi at my relative's house wasn't great. So I think it got better every time just because I knew what the defense was going to bring, and there was a lot of press coverage. Cooper speeding past the defense once again, already up big, looking for more. Just too much separation, and Joel's going to walk into the end zone. Looking for more. The angle route, springing loose, and Hemby's going to go the distance. He has about as many receiving touchdowns as he does rushing touchdowns. And I've been seeing from the Big Goose on Instagram, to audible your tight end on a streak going up the middle of the field. We win by 8 touchdowns. Conference Player of the Week for Nando. And this is probably one of the better games we're going to have on our schedule. And I didn't like the play call. I forced a pass in there. And we'll have our 3rd Nando interception of the season. Our next trip to the red zone, nearly intercepted once again. We'll get the drag route to Cooper just around the safety here in this wideout game. Looking. Can we get it over the head? Nearly intercepted again, so not quite on target in this contest. We're going to scramble up the middle of the field. This is going to be the drive. We need a touchdown here. 4th and 5. We're inside the 5. We have no timeout, so we have to hurry to the line. Going to call the same play once again. Going to hope we come down with it. This is art imitating life here. Scrambling, looking. We got him. 2-point conversion now to send it into overtime. And we'll hit the drag route to succeed. The boys are feeling themselves. It doesn't matter who we call on. We can move the line. We can keep the chains moving. And we tried to tuck it down on that RPO. Unsuccessful. We take another monster hit. But we'll find Cooper for the walk-off winner. We're going to leave Happy Valley with a top 15 road win. And there's the stats. You see it. We've already got some big-time numbers. Another deep ball to Cooper against Wisconsin. They break it up. So not only are we in position to win some quarterback awards, I really think we're in some really good positions and intercepted to win some halfback awards as well. Cooper on that drag route, going to find his way in. Looking for some points before the half. We're going to use our 5-wide go-to play to get us back into the end zone. Not quite the offensive performance we've grown accustomed to, but Nando's going to rush in, pointing out the blocks along the way. Another press coverage beater there as we're going to get Cooper a touchdown. Not sure if we'll get him any wide receiver awards, but he's definitely making his case for it. Another tight end touchdown. We got Square on the PA slide. Couldn't pick up a block, but he would from the safety. Joel Charette into the end zone. 52-6. We're climbing up those rankings. Currently slated outside of the playoff. As we take a look at the conference standings. And we were top 3. Now we're top 2, only behind Ohio State. Not sure why Byron Brown is still at the top of the Heisman standings. He does have nearly 1,000 rushing yards and 14 rushing touchdowns. So we're going to try to get some ground covered here. We're going to try to get Nando some rushing touchdowns. Finding the tight end up the middle. But USF and Byron Brown, they have 4 losses. They're not going to make the college football playoff. And Joel's just too fast. He cuts it upfield at the perfect time. Our last play before the half, we're going to find our... No, we got Cooper on the comeback. Extend the lead. Pulling down the read option. Needing a block there. Ooh, great block. If we just had a little more speed like Diego Pavia, we'd probably find our way into the end zone. But he would get the rushing score there on the QB sneak. And nearly intercepted. Turn it over on downs. Gonna throw it up one more time to Joel to get us another touchdown. The diving grab. Unable to find our way in the end zone. We're gonna get to the tight end here. Very durable man, and we've won our second rivalry trophy on this 2025 season. 300 passing yards. Joel Surratt breaking a receiving record. And Nando's going to break the passing and touchdown yards. And we'll head to Indianapolis for our first trip to the Big Ten title game. A spin move from the slot receiver. We're going to get down to the 5 and finishing the drive with a sneak into the end zone. Pulling it down on the read option, our second rushing touchdown of the game. And it's all Hoosiers in this one. Beautiful scene here inside of Lucas Oil Stadium. I think that's offsides on the defense. Powering our way into the end zone. Looking for more. The scramble. The vision. The speed. Probably could have slide to avoid taking a hit. Over the defender. A perfectly thrown ball. Earlier in this year, I probably would have lasered that in and thrown an interception. But we're going to get Joel another touchdown. And it's all Hoosiers in this contest. More records broken. Another conference championship in this challenge. And here come the awards. The Walter Camp, the Maxwell, and here it is, folks, the Heisman. So we've now gone 3 for 4 in our Heisman Challenge. The only man not winning the Heisman would be Julian Sayin. We also get the Davey O'Brien, and there it is, Roman Hinby. Showing we're not just a quarterback. We have the team to win it all this year. And I brought out the yellows in this contest. I know these two are going to play here this weekend in the Peach Bowl. And IU will probably wear the home jerseys. But I wanted to see Oregon in these yellow uniforms. I just thought, why not? Let's get them all yellow jerseys. Hinby finding a lane, cutting it outside, pushed out of bounds at the 2 after scoring a touchdown on that big screenplay. Coming back to the ball, and our 4th down conversion would be stopped. The Ducks picking up a field goal, and the deep ball caught outside the red zone. We'd let Hinby finish it off, giving us the breathing room we would need to find our way into the semifinals. Always love playing in the Rose Bowl. It's by far my favorite bowl game. And a big one here against Alabama. It seems like we role reversed, the quarterfinal and semifinal from what it was in real life. It's just the way it goes. I think if we hadn't lost that game earlier to the Illini, we definitely would have been the number 1 team. Does not matter. We come in as the 3 seed. We throw an interception. Unbelievable stuff. Alabama, can they capitalize? They're unable to, and we're going to throw it up to Surratt. That ball is nearly intercepted as well. Our next possession, powering our way to take an early touchdown lead. Nando back to pass, under 3 to play in the second quarter. Breaking a tackle, our slot receiver pushed out of bounds. We'd have to settle for a Hinby touchdown. A juke move to get us inside the 40, and Nando's starting to feel it. Back to pass. Intercepted again. Just like Diego Pavia, we've thrown 2 interceptions in the Fiesta Bowl. Good thing we go to our trusty tight end. He goes back in the end zone. A little bit of an underperforming game from an offensive standpoint, but when you meet these top-tier defenses, that can happen. We'll head to the national championship in a Big Ten championship game rematch. We'll let the Buckeyes wear the home jerseys. We want to see Nando in a clean, crisp white uniform, and he'll get the game's first touchdown. Another power into the end zone. And that end zone just looks better with Indiana in it. Hopefully they can get there this year. A deep pass to the slot down inside the 10. Unfortunately, folks, that would be Nando's last play in this game. We have to relieve him for his brother. Taking a big hit. He paid the price. That would be the game's winning touchdown. We've gone 3 for 4 as well on winning national championships. And if you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. We got Nowakowski. He's been a blessing for us all season. And 51 touchdowns, my best of all time season with any quarterback on Heisman difficulty.